Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and like. Our series begins in a room full of small robots, all of which were built by our hero, Hoi-Soo, who is an engineering college student. He rides his scooter to the university, where a volunteer exhibition is being held, so everyone can show their talents. He and his friends have opened a bicycle repair booth, even though they are actually talented in building robots. He enters their tent and finds his friends uninterested, sitting and playing a virtual robot game. He joins them, and they get so noisy that a girl who came to fix her bicycle gets scared by the loud noise and leaves. At the same time, we see a girl sitting in a wheelchair named Hajin. She has a disability in her legs and moves using a wheelchair. She is very skilled at shooting, and after she performs, everyone thanks her and is amazed by her great shooting ability. She gets into an argument with another contestant over the prize, which is a large teddy bear. She pulls it strongly from him until she falls to the ground. Meanwhile, Hoi-Soo is still playing and fully immersed, not noticing that his friends have left him behind. We then see Ha-Jin sitting in her wheelchair and receiving the prize, but unfortunately, she cannot control it well. She accidentally enters Hoi-Soo's tent and falls to the ground again. Hoi-Soo asks her if she is okay, and she tells him she's fine and that nothing happened. He approaches her wheelchair, finds it very impressive, and realizes that its control is problematic. He offers to fix it for her, and she agrees. After a short while, he fixes it, and she becomes very happy. She asks him how he managed to do it so easily, and he tells her that he is a mechanical engineer. She smiles, and he tells her that this is a free booth as part of the exhibition, but she still wants to thank him. She repeatedly invites him out and asks if he knows a good restaurant. He takes her to a restaurant he knows, but she is shocked when she sees many stairs that she has to climb. She suggests going to another restaurant instead, but he tells her that this place has great food and that he always eats there. He carries her on his back, leaves her wheelchair downstairs, and goes inside. The restaurant owner and his daughter greet them, and the owner asks Hoi-Soo if he will order his usual meal. Hoi-Soo says he will take his regular order, but since it's Ha-Jin's first time there, she needs to look at the menu first. However, Ha-Jin orders the same meal as him, likes it very much, and tells him she's happy he brought her to this restaurant. After eating, they get up to leave, and Hoi-Soo forgets that he needs to carry her. He only puts his bag on his back, so she reminds him. He apologizes, carries the bag properly, and notices that her shoelace is untied. He kneels down and ties it for her, then carries her on his back again. When they go downstairs, they are shocked to find that her wheelchair is gone. He starts looking for it everywhere. Her sister then arrives by car to take her home. Hoi-Soo gives her his university ID card and tells her that he will compensate her for what happened. She gets into the car with her sister and is happy about the day she spent with him. Hoi-Soo returns to the tent and finds his friends there. He looks upset and tells them what happened. A beautiful girl named Hana enters, looking for Young, their friend, whom she considers her boyfriend. Young tries to hide from her, but she still sees him. He asks her why she chose him as her boyfriend, even though she is very beautiful. She tells him that she is beautiful, but he is smart, and she wants their child to be smart like him. She pulls him outside, and he follows her. Hoi-Soo remains sitting at the laptop, searching for the same type of wheelchair, and finds that it is very expensive. His friend Jang tells him that instead of buying it, he can make one himself. Hoi-Soo quickly gathers his things and goes to his father's bicycle repair workshop. He asks his father for permission to use the workshop, goes inside, and starts designing the wheelchair. Meanwhile, Ha-Jin goes home with her sister. Her father scolds her for being careless and tells her that she should have taken Hoi-Soo's name and gone to the police, not just taken his ID card. She tells him that Hoi-Soo promised to compensate her for what happened, and her father listens silently. He talks with her sister and blames her for not taking him to the police. Ha-Jin tells him that she will take care of her own personal matters, and it becomes clear that her relationship with her father is not good. The next day, we see Hoi-Soo sitting in a wheelchair with her teddy bear tied to the back of it. He goes to the shooting hall where Ha-Jin trains. When the coach sees him, he assumes, because of the wheelchair, that Hoi-Soo has a disability, and he starts explaining the shooting sport to him, saying that it could be suitable for him. Hoi-Soo asks about Ha-Jin, so the coach points to where she is. She is surprised when she sees him, and they agree that she will finish her training first and then talk to him. She finishes training while he watches her with admiration. Her friends arrive as well, who are also people with disabilities, and they get to know him. She then asks him why he is sitting in a wheelchair. He hesitates, then stands up and tells her that he found wheelchairs to be very expensive, so he made one for her using the materials he had. She tries it out, and both she and her friends really like it. They decide to go out together at night. Hoi-Soo doesn't like drinking because it makes him tired, but they encourage him anyway. They joke and laugh together, and after they're done, they take take Hoi-soo home because he's no longer fully conscious. When his family sees him, they are shocked. His mother takes Ha-jin inside, invites her to eat noodles, and tells her that she's happy her son drank with them and spent time with other people because he's not very social. She also asks Ha-jin to take him out with them more often. Ha-jin thanks her but apologizes and says she has to leave because her father is calling her. The next day, Young comes in and tells them that the airgun competition is today and that they have to go and win to make up for last year's loss. They all go there, bringing Hana and Ha-jin with them because their team is short on members. They start playing but lose in the first round. During the break, they start blaming each other. Ha-jin takes the matter seriously and tells them she will help them win. They play the second round and she uses her shooting skills, and thanks to her, they win. Afterward, Hoi-soo drives them out and they sit together watching the stars. She thanks him and says that it's difficult for people in her situation to come to a place like this, but in shooting, she can direct her arrows freely through the air, and that makes her happy. He encourages her to continue doing what she loves, especially since the national competition is approaching. She asks him why he loves robots so much, and he tells her that it's because they help humans live easier lives. She smiles and asks if that means robots work and make peace with humans. He tells her that it doesn't have to be that way, but there are things humans can't do that robots can. She tells him that for her, she needs help from a human, not a robot. Later, we see them all gathered together, drinking and joking, and Ha-jin is very happy with them. After that, we see Ha-jin and Hoi-soo going out together often, becoming very close. Her father keeps calling her, but she doesn't answer, and he becomes worried about her. Her sister comes in and places an envelope on the table, but he ignores it, and instead calls the shooting coach to ask about Ha-jin. The coach tells him that she came to training and practiced, but he doesn't know where she is now. Her sister then shows her father the papers inside the envelope, and it turns out that Ha-jin received a scholarship to continue her studies abroad. He refuses and says that as long as she is not married, she cannot travel. Her sister tells him it's only for 2 years and that their mother can take care of Ha-jin, but he tells her to forget about it for now. He says he's not stopping her, but he needs to feel reassured about her sister, and the solution is for her to get married. She tells him that Ha-jin is not interested in marriage, but he says he won't let her live like that, and that he's looking for a good man for her, and that she'll get married soon. Ha-jin then enters and says she wants to live on her own. He asks her where she's been all day. He tells them that the mother of the man who works with him saw Ha-jin's photo and liked her, and that they spoke to him about getting engaged. Ha-jin says that he probably offered him the shop in exchange for marrying her, and that she won't accept it because he could easily abandon her after taking the shop. Her father says he's a good man and would never do that. She gets angry, decides to go out for a walk, and tells him not to follow her. She goes to Hoi-soo's place and finds him wearing virtual reality glasses. He is surprised to see her. She asks if she can try them, and he lets her. When she puts them on, she finds herself standing on her own feet on a beach. Because the feeling upsets her, she removes the glasses and tries to change the subject. We then see Hana walking with Young on the street when a man stops her and yells at her. Young realizes that the man likes her and is jealous. She tells him to leave her alone and tries to push past him, but he pushes her and she falls to the ground. When Young intervenes, the man tries to scare him and says he shouldn't interfere. He tries to take Hana by force, but Young decides to act and punches him hard. He is surprised by what he did, and Hana is happy because he defended her. The next day, we see Ha-jin sitting with her mother. She tells her that she's upset by her father's behavior and wants to come live with her, but her mother refuses. She realizes that Ha-jin wants to live freely because she might get married soon, and she accuses Ha-jin of being selfish. Her mother tells her that people have to live selfishly sometimes. After that, we see Ha-jin going to the national competition trials with her friends, but one of her teammates suddenly has a seizure and can't sit properly in the car. Hoi-soo comes to drive, sees what's happening, and the coach takes their friend to the hospital, telling them he will rejoin them later. Ha-jin suggests that Hoi-soo drive the car and take them, but he makes excuses and tells her he can't because he remembered something important he has to do and needs to leave. The coach arrives and says goodbye as they set off. On the road, Ha-jin remembers when her friends told her that Hoi-soo has a phobia of closed spaces because he was once locked in a dark room when he was young. Hoi-soo rides his scooter sadly. Ha-jin decides to face her fear for his sake, and they take their friends along to help help him. Hana sits next to him in the car to guide him, and since the car has an open roof, she closes it so he can get used to it. He wears swimming goggles so he can breathe when his panic attacks start. He drives the car, and Hana removes the goggles from his face, throws them away, and tells him to calm down and try to breathe. He does so and continues driving, and his friends are happy that he managed to overcome his fear. Meanwhile, Ha-jin is at the competition. After it ends, and before she gets into the car with her friends, she finds Hoi-soo arriving with a car. She decides to ride with him and says goodbye to her friends. He drives well and isn't afraid, but he keeps a straw taped to his glasses, as if it were a breathing mask in case fear comes back. Suddenly, a car crashes into them from behind, causing a serious accident. Hoi-soo loses consciousness and remembers how his school friends used to bully him and lock him in a room. Ha-jin tries to wake him up, but he keeps screaming and has a seizure. They take him to the hospital, and she sits there crying. His mother comes and tries to comfort her, telling her not to leave her son because of what happened, that they can just remain friends, and that the most important thing is that everyone is okay. Her father arrives, so Hoi-soo's mother leaves them alone. Her father tells Ha-jin that she must leave this young man because he is unstable, and that he will not allow her to be involved with someone like him. He says he only wants to protect her. She angrily tells him to stop treating her like a child, that she knows how to take care of herself, and then she leaves. Hoi-soo overhears everything they say. Later, we see Ha-jin in the training hall, remembering when Hoi-soo came to her and told her they should stop seeing each other. She asked him why, and he replied that there was no reason, but he felt they needed to stay away, apologized, and walked away. She stops him and tells him that if he wants to live his life running away, he should stay locked in his room and never come out. She comes back from her memories and tries to continue training, but she can't focus. Her friend comes to her and asks if she's okay. Ha-jin says she's fine, but her friend gets closer and tells her she doesn't have to pretend she's okay all the time. She hugs Ha-jin and tells her that she saw him as just a normal guy with nothing special. Her friend replies that she saw him that way because she loves him. The next day, we see Ha-jin in her room staring at her guitar. Her sister comes in and asks what she's doing. She tells her she's taking the guitar out of the closet. Her sister is surprised because ever since the accident, she hasn't even looked at it once. Ha-jin tells her she's going to sell it and that she had been keeping it in case she ever needed money. She decides to play it one last time before selling it, and her playing is very beautiful. After that, we see her training for the championship, but she isn't focused. At the same time, Hoi-soo is sitting alone in his room, sad. His friends call him to come out, but he doesn't answer. They force the door open and tell him that Ha-jin's competition is about to start and that he needs to be there with her. He puts on his virtual reality glasses to ignore them and imagines Ha-jin with him, asking him to come help her. He remembers her words when she told him that she needs help from a human, not a robot. He removes the glasses, grabs the swimming goggles and the car keys, and runs out. His friends run after him. At the same time, Ha-jin is at the competition and can't shoot the arrows properly. We see Hoi-soo driving the car fast with his friends, who are scared by the speed. He almost causes an accident, but he decides to remove the swimming goggles and drive without them. The coach goes to talk to Ha-jin and tries to encourage her, along with her friends. Hoi-soo arrives and tells her that he stopped running away because he wants to be with her and that he will stand by her side through any difficulty she faces. He gives her a medal to hang on her wheelchair and encourages her to continue the competition and win. She goes to shoot, but the arrow doesn't hit the center. She tries several times and fails to hit the target. On her final attempt, she finally hits the target, and everyone cheers because she succeeded at last. A few days later, we see Ha-jin saying goodbye to her sister, who is about to travel abroad. Her father has finally agreed, and it's clear that he is changing. He tells Ha-jin not to sell her guitar, and that he will give her the money she needs. They are happy that he is changing, trying to get closer to them and be a better father. We then see Ha-jin meeting Hoi-soo and showing him a large photo of herself, which turns out to be an advertisement announcing their wedding. Their friends arrive and congratulate them. Finally, we see them returning to the same restaurant they ate at before, with each of the young men carrying his girlfriend up the stairs. And with that, our story ends here. Please like and subscribe. See you in the next drama. Goodbye. Our series begins with the girl Yunja, who is talking about herself and says she is an ordinary girl who works at a cafe. Yunja is shown sleeping in and being careless, while her friend is upset because she wants to become